Hey folks, it's time for the quote of the day, and today I'm going to perhaps zag when maybe I should have zigged. I'm not sure. Today there are two gentlemen that have a birthday that I actually enjoy quite a bit. First off, we've got Robert Redford, the actor, obviously, and we are coming up on a year since his passing. He died in on September 16th of last year, and I remember it. I made a video about it. I have quoted him two or three times. I have celebrated the man. I absolutely loved him as not just an actor, but as a outspoken advocate and such of nature. I really did genuinely think he was an absolutely wonderful man, and I appreciated his career and the ability to watch him kind of progress from the pretty boy in Hollywood to what he became, which was the voice of wisdom and temperament and things like that. I absolutely loved him. That being said, I'm not going to quote him. Today, I'm going to quote somebody who is really honestly very different, but somebody who I have also enjoyed immensely in his career. And that is the comedian Denis Leary. I should say the actor and the comedian Denis Leary, because he's known more for his acting. I mean, you're talking about the voice of Diego in Ice Age. I mean, how could people not know that? Um, Now, I want to get this out of the way. There is a little bit of controversy around Denis Leary. Before we go any further, it is important to note the controversy because some people just absolutely fucking hate him because of it. First of all, he did. He did. I mean, he didn't ever admit to it, but it's pretty well known that he plagiarized some of Bill Hicks, the comedian, some of his act, right? Some of his jokes. This became pretty obvious pretty quickly, pretty early on, that he had kind of taken what Bill Hicks was doing and kind of made it his own. Hicks used to wear the long coat. Denis Leary wore the leather jacket. They both had the same kind of jokes, but and the reason why I don't send him down into Carlos Mencia land is because the reality is that while yes, their jokes were very similar and Denis Leary may very well have stolen from Bill Hicks died very early on. And I I know this is bad and maybe Bill Hicks would hate me for it. I am a Bill Hicks fan. I have quoted him here, but I genuinely believe that the fact that he died kind of makes it so that Denis Leary was all we had left to a certain degree. Like everything that he did that was maybe stolen from Bill Hicks, he has built on over and over and over again at this point in time because he's still alive and he's still doing his thing. And he has proven that he's got the comedic chops. He's proven that without Bill Hicks around to steal from, he's able to do it. And maybe that makes stealing from Bill Hicks worse, but I don't know. I've just always appreciated the fact, like, I really loved them both at the same time when they were both alive. I was a big fan of both of them. And the other thing that is kind of a knock against Denis Leary is that, well, he has trafficked in saying things that really bother people. And especially, he had a book that came out that he wrote called Why We Suck. And in it, he has a whole chapter about autism, and people that are autistic really fucking hated him for it. And I get it. I understand it. Like, people don't like to be the butt of the joke, but at the end of the day, most of my family is either diagnosed or undiagnosed autistic, and I mean, they get it, right? They get the joke, and it sucks when people don't get it because it's obviously he didn't mean to offend people. He did, and he has to live with that. But it's not, it's not for me. It's not like, well, I can never listen to him again. That I'm not that kind of person. So it sucks that he has those like earmarks on his career. But at the same time, you're talking about a guy that people still walk up to him to this day and say the Ref is their favorite holiday movie. You're talking about a guy that plays fucking Gwen Stacy's dad in The Amazing Spider-Man. You're talking about the guy that had an entire series that won multiple Emmys for being a firefighter, and literally, like, people in the firefighting profession come up to him and say, "Thank you for shining a light on us." That literally changed the way that people think of us. I mean, he's done a lot of good, and he's said a lot of really good things in his life. Now, this is the guy that started on MTV essentially, with these little like fucking 30-second clips that he would do. He was doing fucking TikTok videos on MTV well before TikTok existed, because he would just put out these little snippet videos of him walking around in black and white, and he would just say the most fucking crazy shit, and then it would, pan to an MTV logo. And I loved those fucking things. I loved those fucking things. Like, you can look him up on YouTube and you could watch like montages of him. He was fucking amazing. And I've seen him live. I actually went and watched him and a bunch of other comedians that, he did a whole thing where he had like, I don't remember all of them, but he had just a whole bunch of people that were on the show. I actually got a T-shirt from it, and I loved it. I thought it was great. And again, I've followed his career pretty closely. Sometimes, not so great, sometimes amazing. But the quote of the day is going to come from one of those black and white things, and it is something that has stuck with me since the 90s, right? Like, it has been one of those like moments of truth. And that's one of the things that about Denis Leary and about a lot of comedians that I think people tend to forget, is that embedded in the jokes is always some truth. That's what makes George Carlin what George Carlin is that when he gets up and he tells even the stupid little jokes, there's always like that hint of truth, right? Like, that's what makes some certain comedians so powerful, is that you get to laugh when you feel like maybe you should be crying, but you laugh nonetheless. And Denis Leary has done that throughout his career. He's had these statements, he's had these moments where he'll say something that it's like, it hurts, it's like biting, but at the same time, it's very, very true. And this quote that I'm going to give you today is one that it rings in my head all the time, especially in the world that we live in today. And I want you to really think about it. I know, like I said, some people don't like him, some people love him, but this quote, he's not wrong about this. And I know maybe some people are going to fucking have a problem with it, but we're going to talk about it for a minute. And I want you to just listen to what he says here, because it's very, 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 very true. And I'm not going to be able to deliver it like him. I don't have his timing, and I don't have, my voice isn't like his, but I'm going to do the best I can to try to deliver it in something of, honor of the way that he delivered it. Denis Leary once said, "Happiness comes in small doses, folks. It's a cigarette butt, a chocolate chip cookie, or a 5-second orgasm. You come, you smoke the butt, you eat the cookie, you go to sleep, you wake up, you go back to fucking work the next morning. That's it. End of fucking list." I think there'll be people out there that just really hate the fact that I just did that, or I just said that. But I'm going to say it again, because I want you to really fucking pay attention. This is important because it's very, very true. Happiness comes in small doses, folks. It's a cigarette butt, or a chocolate chip cookie, or a 5-second orgasm. You come, you smoke the butt, you eat the cookie, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you go back to fucking work the next morning. That's it. End of fucking list. Why am I using this quote? Why does this matter to me? Well, because as long as I can remember, I've always seen people selling fucking happy. And that's really the point of what that little rant he has is that there's, even back then in the 90s, people were telling you about how you have to be happy all the time. Oh, why aren't you happy? Why am I not happy? And that's the whole point. Nobody's happy all the time. The people that are happy all the time, we call them fucking lunatics. That's not normal. They're delusional. And you know what they say? Delusion, it ain't just a river in Egypt, right? Is that not it? Anyway, the point is that it's nonsensical to buy into what people sell on social media these days. This idea that happiness is the thing that you should have all the time, that it is forever and always should be the thing that you live in, the state that you are in. Why would you ever fucking want that? Now, I get it. We don't all want to get up and go to work the next day. But if you can't see and you can't understand that these little moments of happiness are all that you're going to get, you're not going to value them when they come around. You're not going to have gratitude for them. And sometimes that's all you get, is those little moments. We're not meant to live perpetually happy. We're meant to have these little moments, to appreciate them, to have gratitude for them, to maybe sit in them, to even linger in them occasionally. But then they go away, and we have to go find another one. That's what happiness is. And all the people that sell you otherwise are doing just that, selling it to you. It's not real. It never has been. And that's the point that Denis Leary is trying to make. Happy birthday to Denis Leary. And to the rest of you, please, take care of yourself. Take care of others. I'll talk to you soon.